How to get more clients for your online business tips. Hey guys, you want more business, don't you? Then you're going to want to watch this video to the very end, because I'm going to give you the tips you need to increase your online business. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Hit that subscribe button, turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a new video. And a thumbs up would help too. Smash that thumbs up. All right guys, so we want more business and we want to get new business and we want to cultivate the business we already have. But let's talk about new business first. The first thing you want to do, number one, is ask for referrals. Ask for referrals from, you know, the customers that are already buying from you. Now you may say, well, JR, I don't have that many customers yet, but you have some, right? If you have some customers, that's all you need to start with. When somebody buys a product, they are not going to refer their friends and family just because they bought your product and liked it. It's not going to happen. Or if you ask for a referral, they're probably not going to give it to you. So you have to incentivize these people. Maybe you're going to offer them a 10% discount on the next purchase if they refer one of their friends and family to you. Maybe you have a referral system where when they buy from you and they refer other people, those other people get a discount also. There's all kinds of software out now that will automatically do that for you, and I'm not going to list all the software here now. You can certainly Google that, but the point is offer them something for referrals and you'll start getting referrals. Number two, network. Now networking used to be, you know, you'd go to a room and everybody's trying to get business off everybody else, and that's how you did it. Nowadays it's kind of moved online. So the best way to network online is to find Facebook groups, find groups in Google, find, you know, forums where people are talking about different products, and get in there and become part of the conversation. Don't just go in there and start posting about your product. You know, if I were to do something like this, I would probably find a survivalist group and I would go in there, and when people are talking about survival or how to survive or what to do to protect their home, I may find some articles, I may find some information, I may post it in there, and then I may mention at the very end, I own a survival food company if I can ever help you out. But the point is, you've got to contribute to the group first. You've got to contribute to the Facebook group or the forum or the blog or whatever it is when you're commenting, and actually help people out. And then you can just mention that, you know, you have a particular product or service. One of the best ways to get more business. Number three, offer discounts and special pricing for new customers. This is really critically important. I see a lot of people say, well, JR, if I offer a big discount or if I give them, you know, so many dollars off, I'm not even going to make any money on the sale. That's okay. That's okay. The point is, you want to build your customer base. I know when I run ads, a lot of times, you know, I don't make any money on the ads. It's a self-liquidating ad. And what I mean by that is, maybe it cost me, you know, $5 or $10 to get that customer to buy something from me. Maybe my profit was $5 or $10, so it washed out, but I got somebody else on my list. And if I get somebody else on my list who's already bought from me, I know the odds are they're going to probably buy again. Will all of them? No, but enough of them do so that overall I make a profit. The goal is to gain more and more and more customers. And if you think about it, that's how Amazon grew. In the beginning, they weren't making any money on anything. Okay, all they did was gather customers. All they did was undercut everybody else to get business. Once they got business, then they could worry about profit. And that's basically what you need to do too. Number four, stir the pot of previous buyers. What do I mean by that? A lot of times people previously bought from you, but they've forgotten about you. You haven't contacted them. You haven't done anything. So I would suggest you use an email program called Kartra, and I will put a link in the description below. Kartra is a fantastic program. And what you can do in Kartra is you can find people who haven't bought in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and you can send them some type of discount, some type of special, something free, some downloadable. I love downloadables because they don't really cost you anything. You can have the, you know, the 29 steps to surviving a hurricane, whatever it is. And when they download that digitally, which you can do this in Kartra, and you can automatically do it, and you can set it up in Kartra where if somebody doesn't buy in 3 months, it automatically sends them that email. You don't even have to do it yourself. It automatically does it. That's why I say you want to check out Kartra. It's down in the description. You don't have to give a credit card, you don't have to give your email or anything. Just watch the video, and if you do like it, you can get Kartra for a $1 trial. I highly recommend it. But you want to re-engage those past customers because there's a gold mine sitting there. You just haven't tapped it yet. Number five, it's time to improve your website. You say, well, JR, I just built my website a year ago. I know, right? And things have already changed in a year. It's crazy, right? Or 6 months ago or whatever it is now. I know some of you out there are sitting on a website like me that may be 10 or 12 years old. I'm constantly spending money on this website and it never looks the way I want. It's never good enough, but I'm always working on it. You need to revamp your website. You need to make it look modern. I see a lot of websites out there now that look like it was made in Microsoft front page. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, put a comment below. But that was a very clunky way to build a website, and there's people out there with websites still that look like that. Okay, very ugly websites. That's a terrible one, isn't it? That's not a good website right there, but there's people with websites like that. So check out your website. What can you do to improve it? Number 6 would be to partner with complementary businesses. What business out there that you currently deal with is a complementary business? So maybe I sell survival food, which I do, and I may find a, I don't know, camping company, or I may find a company that does survival courses or something like that, and maybe I can promote them and maybe they can promote me. That synergy of 2 different products that overlap are awesome, and you can get a lot of business out of it. Who out there is selling a product that complements what you're selling? You got to think about this. Number 7, promote your expertise. What expertise do you have? I also teach people obviously how to make money online and sell stuff online, and I recently spoke at an event down in Florida, and you know, I gave my expertise. People learned about me there. They learned about me, and then maybe they bought some of my courses, maybe they checked out my survival food company. But you got to get out there. People got to know who you are. You got to make a name for yourself. I know so many people are fearing this. They don't want to talk in front of people. They don't want to get in front of people. They don't want to get on camera. But unfortunately, if you don't do that, you're going to miss out on business. You need to force yourself to do all these things that you don't want to do. That's the only way to grow. You know, if you go to the gym and you lift a 2-pound weight and you are capable of lifting a 10-pound weight, it's not painful, but you're never going to get anywhere either. But if you go to the gym and you can lift a 10-pound weight and you try for a 20-pound weight, you're going to gain some strength. Same thing with everything in life. Try the things that you fear the most, try the things that are uncomfortable, try the things that are difficult for you, and you're gonna get better, and you'll get some more business along the way too. Number 8 is use online reviews to your advantage. Now, we really went all in on this a few years ago, and I haven't done it in a while, and I tell you the reason I haven't done it in a while is we have a lot of business and we can't even fill our orders for a survival food company, but they work really well. And what we did is we ran a contest where if somebody would review our product, we would give them $50 or $100 gift certificate to products on our website, which was pretty nice. So we essentially paid people to do a review of our product, but these were real customers. These were customers that liked our product. Now, what a lot of websites will do is they'll actually, you know, put on their website some of these reviews, some of these videos, or they'll have, you know, a written one on there where people can see it underneath the product. These things are great to use, guys. Having these reviews really sell your product a whole lot better than you ever will be able to. Number 9, participate in a community event. And what do I mean by that? I mean, get out there in your community, let people see you on a grassroots level. When we started Survivalcave Food, every weekend we did a gun show. We went out to gun shows and we sampled our products to people, and we sold our products at these gun shows. We would bring in pallets of food, and we would literally sell pallets of food at a lot of these gun shows. Guys, this is really important. I know you think, well, I'm just going to be online and that's all I want to do. I just want to sell online. I don't want to talk to anybody. If you want to expand your business, you got to get out there. People have to see you at different places. I've had people buying from me in the past couple months that saw me at a gun show over 10 years ago, and they still feel like they know me. How important is that? How important is that connection with your customer? I got to tell you, it's really important. Number 10, do a friends and family sale. Okay, if you bring a friend, in other words, you buy one, your friend's going to get 50% off, or you're going to get 50% off, you know, or you know, you get a group together. Like we sell survival food, and we've done this before where we'll sell a pallet of meat to a particular neighborhood, and 3 or 4 families will get a portion of that, but it is actually a huge discount if they buy a pallet of the meat as opposed to buying individual cases. So we'll do that a lot where, you know, bring a friend, bring a family member, whatever, and we're going to give you a better discount. Maybe you can do a 2-for-1. They buy one, they get one free for another family member. That works really well. Now, some of you will say, I won't make enough profit if I do that, JR. You can't worry about this profit thing so much in the beginning, because you need to build a customer base. Understand that when people buy from you once, the odds of them buying again are 5 times more likely than a customer who doesn't know you, 5 times more likely. So if you could just get them on your list, if you can get them to buy a little something from you, and you use the software I talked about earlier, Kartra, and here's the Kartra link right here. If you use Kartra, you can market to these people and you can sell them a whole lot more products, but you got to build the list. All right, you got to build up your business. These are some great ways to increase your sales online, but you got to implement them. What do you think of them? Put your comment below. If you have questions about these, please put your comments below. Let me know what you think. Tell me about your business. I want to hear about it. And who knows, if you post your business below and what you do, somebody may check you out, right? That's networking online. It's kind of using the power of YouTube and my channel to get more business for you. So check it out, do it, comment below. 7 web development tools to help you grow your online business. Now, whether you're doing paid ads or you're doing emails or you're posting on social media, you need some tools to help you out. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what those tools are and how you can use them to grow your business. Stick to the very end. I think you're really going to be surprised about number 7. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to get through all these tools in this video so that we can help you grow your business. Okay, the first one I want to tell you about, number 1, well, it's free. It's called Atom. It's going to help you with your text editing. Everybody has text on their website. Everybody needs this tool. Now, Atom works with all operating systems, whether it's Linux or Windows or Mac, or no matter what it is, you got to get this tool. Okay, the next one I want to tell you about is TOOLSET. Now, the price for TOOLSET is $69 for one website, but let's check it out. TOOLSET is another helpful piece of tech for web development. You can actually use it for prototyping a particular website, and it's used for WordPress. So if you're using WordPress as your content management system, this tool is a lot of help for you. It exists to help the website building process much easier on you, and WordPress already spares you from having to work with tons of raw code, but you might still be uncomfortable with it if you have virtually no back-end web development. In that case, you're going to want to grab TOOLSET. It's a good option. It allows you to avoid coding instead of relying on 100% what you see is what you get layout that you can use to put together an entirely new and original web page. The next one, number 3, is Chrome DEVTOOLS. You may have heard of it, but let's take a look at it real quick so you can see what it's going to do for you. And by the way, this is a free one. This is number 3. It's a set of web development tools built right into Google Chrome web browser, so it's very easy to work. There's no cost, no downloads, and no additional websites to visit. In fact, all it takes is for you to click on it. When you click on your page in Chrome, you can actually click Inspect to open Google DEVTOOLS. Next one I want to tell you about, number 4, is Foundation, and it is the foundation actually. So many of these things are easy to use on your website and they're free. Why not take advantage of them? Now, Foundation is a type of web development tech software known as a CSS framework, which means it's something like a coding encyclopedia. It's a package containing tons of pre-written, commonly used code snippets that can access your website. The idea is that you're building your website, you'll constantly want to bring in a few specific types of code to perform common functions. Rather than creating your own new code to carry out those functions, you can simply grab an existing snippet from Foundation. It also offers code in different formats, so you can do it in HTML, you can do it in JavaScript. Also, as a bonus, Foundation for emails is a side platform that helps you create HTML emails so that it's good for more than just one website. The next one, number 5, is Yarn. Once again, we're on a roll because Yarn is free. And what is Yarn? Let's check it out. Yarn is a piece of package management software. Okay, so what does that mean? Effectively, Yarn helps you manage all the other programs you use for web development. Your list may only represent a small portion of the tools you may choose to use, but they can quickly become a lot to manage. Yarn can help you handle all these tools instead of forcing you to manually find and download and open every single tool every single time you need it. Yarn will actually automate this process for you. What you can do is you can open, you can add, you can close, you can get rid of tools all from your computer in Yarn. Additionally, Yarn can help you manage different web development projects. It allows you to split up different versions of the same project and helps you organize everything right on your own platform, which makes it super easy, guys. Number 6 is called Sketch. Now, Sketch is not free, but it's only $9 a user, so let's check that out. You know, making a website isn't just about coding. You must also consider the design. That's really important when you go to a website. What does it look like? Which refers basically to the visual components of your web development. When people visit your site, what graphics will they see, what photos, what videos? It's up to you to create the graphics on your website. And if you want something better than that generic site builder offers, you'll need high quality graphic design tool to do it. That's where Sketch comes in. Sketch is a tool that lets you design visual elements from scratch and export them for use on your site. If you're familiar with Adobe Illustrator or a similar type program, Sketch is kind of like that, but instead of creating images, you're creating website elements. That's pretty cool because you can see it in advance and then you can just upload it. Okay, so we've gone through 6 of these tools, but number 7 is the one you're going to really want, because number 7 is going to bring it all together. Number 7 is going to make all this stuff work. Let's face it, when you're working on a website, it's probably not just you. You may have a web developer, you may have somebody for SEO, you may have all these different people that are working on your website, either individually or together as a team. So the last one I want to tell you about is ASANA. That's number 7, ASANA. Now ASANA is going to cost you money. No, it's not. It's going to actually save you money because you're going to be able to communicate with your team. ASANA is going to cost you about $10.99 a month. Now let's check it out and I'll show you what it does. So this is really going to be the final piece of tech you need for your web development. It's somewhat different from everything else on the list because unlike all these other things I've talked about, it's not built specifically for web design. Instead, ASANA is a project collaboration tool for all of your team members. Odds are you're not going to be building your website entirely on your own. Just like I said, you're working with other people. You need to ensure that you're all on the same page. ASANA is an excellent resource for dividing up tasks and keeping track of what has and what has not gotten done, because it has dates in there. You can kind of see what people are doing and what they're not doing. So you need a tool like this so everybody can communicate. I can tell my web designer I want a header in a certain area and I put the date on there and I tell them when I want it, and then I can look back and see if they've done it. I can tell my SEO person, I got these 4 pages that I want SEO'd and these are the words I want you to use for the SEO, and then I can go back and see if they've done it. Now every time they update something they've done in ASANA, I get an alert. I see that somebody has actually performed some type of activity, and then I can go in there and see what it is and I can management. I really like ASANA because I work with people from around the world, and since they're around the world, they're in different time zones. I can't always jump on a Zoom call or a Skype or something like that and just talk to somebody because they're in different time zone. They have different things going on. But with ASANA, things seem to be getting done 24 hours a day, and I don't have to worry about it near as much. So I would actually recommend you doing that. And that's the big surprise one right there. It wasn't like the rest of the softwares. It's different. It helps you manage people. And another thing about ASANA is, if you haven't managed people in the past, it's going to kind of teach you how to do that. It's going to show you how to manage people, how to stay on top of things. I do want to tell you, you always want to use kind words in these things. Sometimes people get mad and they'll type out stuff in these instruction type softwares. That's not a good thing to do. Okay, if you have somebody working on your team and they're not getting done what you want to remind them, you want to retrain them, and then if it doesn't work out, you just want to get somebody else. But don't ever get mad at somebody because maybe it's beyond their scope of abilities. Maybe they had family problems, whatever it is. You want to make sure you handle everybody kind of with kid gloves and be kind to them. So that's my list. You've got 7 of them now. I think all of these 7 are necessary. It may seem a little overwhelming to get all these tools, but I would recommend you do it. There's only a couple on there you even got to pay for. They're free. I mean, free is free, and that's a pretty good deal. Here's why most online businesses fail. Okay, you're concerned you're going to start an online business, or you already have an online business and you're worried that you're going to fail. You should be, because most online businesses fail because of some very simple reasons. In this video, I'm going to share them with you so you can learn from them so that you don't fail. And we're starting right now. Businesses fail every day, and according to some of the statistics here, 42% of all startups fail because they failed to analyze their actual needs of their customers, and another 28% of startups fail because they burn through all their cash. So there's a couple things to be learned from this. Number 1, make sure there's a real need for whatever you're doing out there, and it's pretty simple to figure that out by just looking around. Look at social media. And number 2, don't overspend. Don't go and hire somebody to do everything. I didn't hire anybody to do anything in the beginning because number 1, I didn't have money. Okay, and number 2, I wanted to learn it. Make sure you want to learn these things. Stay inquisitive. Now, how do we avoid some of these things? Let's jump right into this. The number one reason that people fail online is because they didn't analyze the needs of their customers. So it's so super important to do this, and it's really easy to do too. You not only need people who need your product, you need enough people who need your product. Okay, that's where some people fall down, is there's always going to be a need for almost anything out there. You know, maybe it's how to make a stock on a shotgun, okay, out of wood. Well, there's going to be some people that are going to want to know how to do that. I don't know if there's enough people that want to know how to do that to where you could put a business around that. You'd have to sell other products, you'd have to do other things. So you want to go out there, whatever your idea is, whatever your product is, make sure that you find other companies that are doing well at it. Okay, a lot of people are like, no, I want to find something that nobody else is doing, I'm the only one. If you're the only one, you know, you may be a super genius, or everybody else has tried it and it doesn't work. Okay, so don't think you're a super genius. It's better to start off with a product that a lot of people are selling and having success with, because at least you know there's a market out there. Number two is not having a user-friendly website. Oh my God, I have gone through so many websites over the years and different levels of websites, and we use WordPress and we use Magento, and I've used Shopify before too, and I also use Kartra not really being a website, but I put sales pages there, sales funnels there, that type of thing, my courses. So I still use all of these things, and if it's not user-friendly, if it's difficult to navigate, you've got a problem. I have a friend who is in the financial advice industry. She's been in it for years, and they had somebody do her website the other day, and they were supposed to be the financial experts on doing websites, and lo and behold, when they got the website, it didn't work on mobile. Huh? Yeah, it didn't work on mobile. And I was like, well, I don't want to say her name, but I said, you know, hey, this is where 70% of the people are operating now is on mobile. She says, yeah, I know. And I said, and this is also one of the reasons I like to do a lot of my own stuff, and I have knowledge in those areas because I know what to ask people before they work on something. She didn't know to ask if it would be mobile friendly. I'm sure they're going to get it fixed, but I'm also sure they're going to charge her more money because she didn't ask this question up front. So it's really important, guys, that your user experience is really good. During the pandemic, Yelp came up with something, and we ordered from a lot of restaurants, and there was a little button at the bottom there, and it says order from this restaurant. It was really cool. When you click the button, it says order for delivery, order for pickup, and I think it was through Grubhub that did it, and it's really seamless. You can just do a few clicks, the menu's there, click, 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 use your Apple Pay, use your credit card, whatever, and you can put your order in. They were on top of stuff. They made it easy, and I'm sure that really propelled Yelp to the next level because nobody was using that before. And then when coronavirus hit, everybody wanted everything delivered, and they were smart enough to react to it. It's those businesses that are smart enough to react to make that user experience easy for the customer that do well. Don't have a crowded website. Don't have a bunch of stuff all over your website. Have a few simple things on your website just to get people going, then they can click on menus and categories to go to other areas. Make it simple. Number three is not having excellent customer service, and I don't mean customer service, I mean excellent customer service, where the person will go overboard to help the customer. That's what you want to do. I know Zappos started off with that, and they ended up selling out for, I don't know, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. That's a crazy amount, but they were a shoe website, and they would do things like tell all their employees that they could talk on the phone as long as they wanted to a customer. People would call up and say, hey, I just watched this soap opera, and in this one scene this lady was wearing these shoes and they were beautiful. I don't know where to get those shoes, would you happen to know? And that person in customer service would actually look up that particular episode of that particular scene and look at the shoe and find the shoe with the customer online, locate the shoe and say, here's the shoe, I can provide it to you. Now that's customer service. That's customer service. Okay, they weren't worried about just selling that customer at the moment. What they were worried about is the overall customer experience, and that's what you need to be worried about too. Number four, not having a good social media presence. And when I say good social media presence, there's a lot of prongs to this. Okay, it's being there, number one. Okay, you got to be there. It's engaging with your customers. My wife does dog training, and she has a great group. You may want to check that out. The Art of Pet Parenting, that's on Facebook, so you can check that out. but you know, she's really good about interacting. People ask her a lot of questions and she's really good about answering those questions, and she genuinely cares. Okay, don't fake caring. Okay, don't do that. Make sure you really care. And then your social media presence is also important, in as much as you don't want to post anything controversial. Don't post your political views, don't post your religious views, don't post any of that stuff. Okay, there's no point in it. There's no point in it, guys. All you're going to do is get into conflicts with other people. I promise you, you will, and you'll be associated with that in your business. Do you want that? I know I'm not going to name them, but a couple major businesses have posted their political views online and it's come back to bite them. Okay, so you don't want to do that. The next thing is not effectively managing your company money. Okay, if you are spending too much, if you are buying too much, understand, you know, if you're on a job, you know that you're going to get a paycheck every week, every 2 weeks, you know, once a month, whatever it is, you're going to get it, and you know it comes in like clockwork. It doesn't come in like that online. I know I've had a lot of dips in my income and a lot of peaks in my income, and since I know that, I always keep a few months, probably a lot more than that, a couple years of income, so that I know, or at least access to income, credit, whatever, so I know that I will remain in business. Don't spend everything that you make. If you make $100,000 this month, don't spend it. Still live on that 3,000 that you've been living on. Okay, now once you've got some months built up, some years built up of income, then you can spend a little bit more. To this day, I don't spend that much. I mean, I'll splurge every now and then, go to a nice restaurant, do something like that, but I try to watch my money. It's so very important. Now if you've got hundreds of millions of dollars and it doesn't matter, enjoy yourself, buy whatever you want. Okay, most people don't get to that level, and they do have to at least watch their money. The next reason they fail is because of their team. Okay, if you've got a bad team, and I used to manage car dealerships, and I had managers that worked for me. I was a general sales manager, and they would often come to me and tell me how bad their salespeople were. They said, I have terrible used car salespeople, I have terrible finance people, I have terrible new car salespeople. And I would just look at them and go, well, then it's your fault. I mean, if you manage people and they aren't good at what they do, whose fault could it possibly be? Whose fault could it possibly be? It's probably theirs. They hired wrong, they didn't train right, they didn't manage right, they didn't motivate correctly. So when you're thinking about the people that are going to work with you, whether it's virtual employees, which we have some virtual employees, or whether it's people that work with you every day, you know, you've got to, number one, hire right. You got to hire correctly. You've got to train correctly. You got to give the right expectations. You can't get mad at somebody when they didn't perform and you didn't tell them how to perform, or you didn't train them how to perform. Okay, so that's super important to know that, and you got to motivate them correctly. And motivation comes in many forms. It comes with compliments when they're doing a good job. Don't be afraid to compliment somebody. It comes with pay. You've got to pay, you know, the people what they're worth, or more than what they're worth. Okay, that'll make them reach a little bit. Bottom line is, if you've got a bad team, they can tear you down. If you've got a great team, they can help you build up your company. The next thing is not watching your product price and cost. Okay, this is so very important. I know I need to adjust some prices on some of our canned meats in our survival food company, but look at the pricing, look at the cost. If you're selling, I'll give you an example here. Let's say you're selling a course for $497. It's a digital course and nobody's buying it, but you're selling it for $497. What do you think the first thing you should do is? Maybe reduce the price. Okay, you know, I was talking to my wife the other day, and we had a funnel we were thinking about, and she has in place, and she's selling her front-end product, but the upsell's not selling. So you know, my immediate thought is reduce the price of it. Just reduce the price of it. It's a digital product anyhow. It's not making you any money if nobody's buying it, and if you lower it and some people buy it, now you've got money coming in. Now it'll make all your ads profitable. So guys, think about this. Also, on the flip side is, maybe you're not charging enough. A few years back, I wasn't charging enough for my survival food. I started doing, you know, penciling out all my costs and warehouses, and back then I had a huge warehouse I was paying for, and you know, I looked at it, I'm like, well, I can't make any money, I'm not charging enough, I've got to up my prices. So I upped my prices. Now it's been like 5 years since I've upped my prices, and I think it's time to do it again. Okay, I've done it on one of the products and it's selling fine, so I might as well do it on all of them. I just haven't gotten around to it, which I've got to, no excuse. But that's something that you really want to think about. Make sure you always analyze your cost and your pricing on a regular basis. If it's not selling, maybe you need to lower it. If it's selling really good, maybe you need to up it. Test these things and check your cost and pricing. And the last one, I think, is the big one, and that's lack of commitment. Lack of commitment. What is commitment? Commitment is saying, I'm gonna make this happen, period. I'm gonna make this happen. If you're running ads on YouTube and they're not doing well, then you need to read another book, you need to take another course, you need to try another ad, you need to do a different video, you need to try a different audience. You just keep doing it over and over and over and over till it does work. Okay, commitment is not starting a business and working 2 hours in the morning and then going to the beach surfing all day. Now that is a lifestyle and that can be achieved by selling stuff online. However, you can't start off with a lifestyle. You start off with a business. On down the road, if you've got enough money coming in and you're happy and you're safe and you're secure, yeah, go to the beach, enjoy yourself. Okay, I have, I think, enough money, but I want to have enough money for years and years and years and years and years. Okay, so I'm going to keep working, I'm going to keep working hard, I'm going to keep doing things, and I'm committed to making that happen even on the days I don't feel like it. Because here's the truth, most days I don't feel like it. And you know, my son did personal training for a while, and he said he would get people, he got so frustrated because some people would come in and they would say, you don't understand, I really like to eat. You don't understand, I don't like working out, I don't enjoy it. And he would just laugh and say, yeah, I like eating too, and I don't really want to be sore and have to work out either. However, I'm committed. Okay, to this day he's still committed to that, still in good shape. Okay, so you've got to be committed. That lack of commitment will kill a business quicker than anything you've ever seen in your life, because you can have everything else in line, and lack of commitment, lack of just saying I'm going to make sure this happens, I'm going to do whatever it takes, if it takes 2 hours fine, if it takes 24 hours fine, I'm going to make it happen. You can't put a price tag on that, but that will make you successful or kill your business. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't, but put in the comments there what you think of the video. Put in the comments what you'd like to see a video on. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that big subscribe button down there next to it. Ring the bell. Once you hit the subscribe button, it's going to change colors. It's magical. Watch it, click it, watch it change colors, and then a bell will magically pop up next to it, and you'll want to ring that bell. You'll want to turn on all notifications so you get notified every single time I do a new video. You don't miss out. You're part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified before anybody else. Yeah, you'll be in front of the line. How's that feel? Feels pretty good, doesn't it? Of course it does. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, I've got a free course down there, $97 course. Click and learn, no credit card required. Check out Kartra, and do I have anything else? I think that's it. Thanks for showing up today. See you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.